The cast's appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show triggered the beginning of a major marketing push for the show's December 1st premiere, and the anticipation among cast and crew was at an all-time high. 8 years after Scott Sanders approached Alice Walker about adapting her story to a Broadway musical, the premiere of The Color Purple had arrived.
Going to opening night of The Color Purple in New York was like going to the Oscars. It was the most star-studded, amazing group of people that I've ever seen assembled in a Broadway house. Sidney Poitier, Jamie Foxx, you name it. It was remarkable. Oprah Winfrey walking into The Color Purple was insane.
It was extraordinary.
The premiere of the Broadway musical marked the beginning of a new chapter in The Color Purple legacy.
5 minutes, please, ladies and gentlemen. This is your 5-minute call.
The show must go on.
I don't actually come on stage for about 20 minutes. I warm up my voice, and then I go down, and I mess with Felicia.
Ladies, don't get a husband. You can't get rid of him.
This dress in particular is my opening outfit. It's always an adventure.
Woo! Hey!
That's my warm-up.
Every night I go out on The Color Purple is an extremely new experience. So I got my basket full of wigs. This is my first wig in the show, the crazy wig.
Since this covers like from 1909 to the 1940s, each of the women have at least 3 to 5 wigs. A couple of the men are wigged also.
This is 100% human hair, and this is a 100% hand-tied wig. It took about 30 hours to build.
I start off in the beginning of the play as Celie's younger sister, so I have 2 pigtails.
I literally saw myself go from a grown woman to what was clear to me, a teenager. It was almost magical. That's it.
PAULTAZEWELL is the ultimate designer.
There's a definite spirit that is written into the story. As a costume designer, it's trying to capture that spirit and the emotional journey with clothing.
You're now taking part in a very special transformation. Behold the magic of the theater.
So we start at the beginning in 1909 in cooler tones, and then I start to layer in color as we come closer to the 1940s, which is where we end the story.
I was thinking about wearing this out a little bit later on, but I don't know, I don't want to scare nobody, you know.
PAULTAZEWELL gave us some lovely kind of primitive leg warmers, as you can see.
The idea of it is that it reads as if we're naked and there's body paint on.
The face of a true Olinka warrior.
Well, I grew up in the South, and so I felt like the sensibility of Southern ways of moving, you know, African-American vernacular dancing, I was familiar with. What I was trying to do was to, in terms of authenticity, was to say, given what movement looks like now, how young African-American men and women move, if we were to kind of go backwards, what might be the source of that? Africa was an invention. It's not an authentic Africa, but an imagined Africa. It was her imagination taking what she learned about Africa from the letters that Nettie wrote her.
I sit back and I watch that number almost every show. It just, I live vicariously through them. I wish I could do what they do. They're amazing.
I think we're the best score of the year. I just really do. People have commented on how they feel that the music really lands in their souls.
The root of all of it is within the African American culture. You have that old front porch sound with Big Dog, you know, and part of our prayer is this low blues and Suge and the juke joint in the 1920s, and just that old just, and then jazz. And I love it.
I have a ball out there. It's really hard work.
It is consistent every single show. People are with it from the beginning to the end.
It's rare that you get an opportunity in a show to receive such an immediate response.
The level of professionalism and the level of artistic control on that stage is different every night, which makes it so special, which causes the tears, which causes people to just stand up before the show's over, clapping really hard. So it's incredible. It's an incredible journey, and the journey continues.